Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Greatly Grant channel. In this channel, we are talking about the UAG grant updates and information, and also we are also going to be updating you on the Theobarth and IMF and other grant informations. If you are new on this channel, consider subscribing so that when next we publish our next video, you will be kindly notified. Thank you once again for having me on Greatly channel. Bye for now.
This is a very moving situation that I had to bring to your notice this morning, or this afternoon rather, and it's so disturbing that in the midst of hope, where expectation is rising like the morning sun after a long dark night of expectations, but then we have a chilling reminder that not all those who walk among us do so with good intentions. Now, a concerned voice, one of many, has broken through the noise and the confusion that is surrounding the anticipated UAAG disbursement. And this has revealed a disturbing claim that sends some shock waves through the already anxious hearts. According to this individual, one of the supposed heads of an NGO, or perhaps a cluster head, or someone occupying a leadership role in one of the countless layers that is involved in this complex grant distribution, the UAAG, he has boldly stated that UAAG has no beneficiaries. Therefore, nothing should be expected from him in terms of disbursement. You could imagine an NGO head say that. Let me repeat that again. I think possibly to you that sounds quite so funny, and I just want to quote what the person said verbatim, that the man says that the person they subscribed through say that they should not expect nothing from him because UAAG does not have beneficiary. Now, I don't know how the wave that has really shocked down or sent through your spine. I don't know. That is quite so alarming. Now, I want that to sink in a little bit before I speak. You know, at a time when countless citizens in this country are barely holding on, when they look to these NGOs as channels of divine provisions, instruments of mercy in the harsh economic climate that we have found ourselves, sometimes taxed with stewarding blessings, allegedly denies the very existence of the people that is meant to serve. Now, this is more than just a statement that's been uttered that flickers through the thin air. It is an insult. I see this as an arrant insult, a mockery, and a betrayal. It is spiritual and moral wickedness that man, whoever he is not just misinformed. That particular man is not just misinformed. I might term him as a satanic person. He is satanic in intent and also criminal in actions. He is a scammer. a scammer who is cloaked in the garments of trust, walking in the corridors of the vulnerable, and they are plotting to defraud the people, not just of their funds, but of their very hope. The hope right now that is lying on the thin wire. Let us call things by their real names. This is not just corruption. This is manipulation of trust and hope. And I believe that this singular action is a premeditated act of emotional, financial, and spiritual sabotage. That costs too much. That's the cost of a lie. The damage from such deceit is not measured merely in naira or dollars. It is measured in broken spirits. It is measured in sleepless nights, in mothers whispering prayers over empty pots, in fathers hiding their tears behind forced smiles, in youths whose dreams are crumbling under the weight of poverty right before their very eyes. Imagine someone in a position of influence making such claims that there are no beneficiaries and by implication, no funds to be disbursed. They are not merely withholding information, they are weaponizing silence. They are deliberately injecting confusion into a process that is already burdened by delays, by bureaucracies, and unmet expectations. And to what end? For crying out loud. To scam the people, to divert funds, to escape accountabilities, to enrich themselves on the backs of the suffering masses. No, this cannot stand. This cannot stand. I hope this sends a kind of a message, a comic message to UAAG platform or UAAG officials or administrations. You have to be just. The UAAG initiative, if it is genuine and God ordained as many believed, is a lifeline to multitudes. Many have believed that that is a lifeline to a multitude of people, but as with any noble mission, there will always be infiltrators, wolves in sheep's clothing, ready to exploit the vulnerable that such initiatives bring to light. Therefore, the leadership of UAAG must not take this moment so lightly. It is not enough to be silent in the face of allegations and manipulations. The people are watching. The nation is listening. The heavens are recording every details. Every singular details is on a record. Prince Isit urges the UAAG administration, or is it administration now, administrative, whatever thing they call. Prince Isit as a channel is urging the UAAG administration to immediately investigate such claims that is made by that NGO or cluster heads who are denying the existence of beneficiaries. That statement alone must be treated as red flags. A kind of warning of an underlying scheme to defraud. That should be a red flag warning that such an NGO, it should be investigated. It should be sniffed out. That UAAG has no beneficiaries, and so there is not going to be disbursement to that organ. That shouldn't be taken lightly. The silence alone is breaking enough, but not for this claim attributed to UAAG initiative. It is not nice. That individual, I believe, should be publicly named and shamed. That NGO head or NGO body or that individual. If you are listening to me right now and you are one of such that raise up that allegation, it's alleged right now until proven. This is an alleged accusation right now until proven otherwise. But if this is true and you are one person that have reported this case that an NGO head said, or what the person you subscribe through said, that UAAG has no beneficiaries. That means Theobarth has beneficiaries, Supreme has beneficiaries, Centrator Foundation has beneficiaries, Whole Project has beneficiaries, but UAAG has no data. That's what it means. Under that particular predefined NGO heads or individual that you subscribe with has no data for beneficiaries under him. And that means there is no disbursement. If you are one of such that raised up this alleged information, that particular NGO head or the person you subscribe under who mentioned or said this should be publicly named and shamed after due process to send a clear message that misrepresentation and fraudulent behavior would not be tolerated. There should also be an implementation of rigorous documentation requirements. Every NGO or clusters or cluster head must be made to provide some verifiable list of their beneficiaries, along with signed agreements that is acknowledging their responsibilities and expectations from them. If possible, to work with law enforcement agents on this matter, it will not be an oversight. Maybe EFCC to hand over the details of these NGOs, NGO owners or representatives to them. This is not just for preventive monitoring, but also to allow post-disbursement audits and some evaluations in that regard. There must be a post-disbursement reporting that should be mandated. There must be a clear framework for every NGO to submit detailed reports on how funds were disbursed to their masses, who received what, and under what conditions, how much was received, how much was paid out. This report must be part of the clearance for any future engagements or benefits. It has to be. It has to be. There has to be some documentary evidences to show transparency, fairness, and equity also. Because to every scammer, their days of reckoning is coming. Let it be known. You may hide behind titles, you may hide behind certificates and soft-spoken lies, but you will not escape justice. You may manipulate the weak today, but you will be judged tomorrow. For every tears that you've caused, for every expectations that you have mocked, for every hungry soul that you have ignored while plotting your schemes, there will be an answer. That wouldn't just be a financial crime. It is a moral failure as far as I'm concerned. It's a spiritual curse, a betrayal of trust that cries out for divine vengeance. It is written, woe to those who call evil good and good evil. You cannot continue to pretend to be a helper of the people while secretly you plot their downfall. The days of hidden fraud are numbered. The EFCC truly must not wait until chaos begin to erupt before it begin to nab the people. This is the time to act preemptively. Fraudulent actors within the grant disbursement ecosystem must be brought under scrutiny. Their accounts, their communications, their paper trails must all be examined with a fine-tuned combing. Very important. We're not asking for witch hunt. No, we're asking for justice. Asking for transparency, for protection of the people's trust. Because this is a national matter, especially when large scale disbursement of this sort like the UAAG initiative takes place, they can either become a story of transformation or a tragedy of deception. And the outcome lies in the hands of the institutions that is tasked with oversight and also enforcement. Yes. So let no one say that we did not know. This is the time to know. This is also the time to act. The people deserves better. The people deserves better. And to the masses, those eagerly waiting, those who have pinned their last hopes on this disbursement, will say, do not give up. Please, don't give up now. Yes, there are bad actors. Yes, there are saboteurs. But there are also good people who are fighting behind the scenes to ensure that justice prevails. There are leaders who still fears God. There are men and women in the UAAG and affiliated NGOs who have not bowed to greed. They still have the fear of God inside of them. Let your voices be heard. Speak up if you suspect frauds. Report anomalies. Hold your NGOs accountable. Demand transparencies. It is your right. It's your legal right. Apostle Professor Ken, God bless you. I've never seen you before. I don't know you. I've never heard you in physical terms talking to me except through audio voices. In the middle of all this chaos, the county director, Apostle Professor Ken, is standing. Presumably, Apostle Professor Ken, a man many may see or many see as a pillar of this initiative. God bless Apostle Ken, and rightfully so. For if he truly stands on the side of righteousness, then he is expected to lead with courage, with clarity of purpose, with conviction. He must not only bless the people with words, but also shields them with action. He must weed out the deceitful elements and protect the sanctity of this mission. Let his leadership be remembered not for delay, not for compromise, but for justice, for bold decisions, for standing up to the wolves in the midst of the sheep. The fight for integrity should begin forthwith. It should begin. Yeah, the fight for integrity should begin forthwith. This should be more than just a grant. It should be a test of integrity, a test of leadership, a test of collective moral strength that flows across different organs. In this crucial moment, may those who have sold their conscience for greed be exposed. May those who also stand for truth be empowered. May the people not lose faith. May justice be served. Let every beneficiary know that your voice matters. Every NGO leader knows your accountability is not optional. Let every authority figure know that your silence is a form of complicity. And let the heavens bear witness that those who scatter the seeds of hope shall never enjoy the fruits of peace. Not possible. It's not possible. I rest my case. If you find this video or this audio visuals very, very meaningful, very interesting, very educative right now, for the sake of others that might be a victim of this particular statement that's been uttered by this person, allegedly for now, share this content so that they can hear that the masses are not standing on just chaff or empty words. Integrity must prevail. There should be a redress. There should be a redress.